There's a lot of talk about violence related to the protests that have broken out following the murder of George Floyd by a police officer in Minnesota. But I do want to talk about the president of the United States inciting violence, which is exactly what he did in tweeting out a video featuring a group of his right-wing supporters who refer to themselves as Cowboys for Trump. This was a tweet in response to a Daily Beast article about how the founder of this group had basically said that the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. And Trump decided to basically quote tweet that and say, "Thank you, Cowboys. See you in New Mexico." Now, their response to the Daily Beast piece was that it was fake news. But oddly enough, they included the video of him saying verbatim, the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. Why would the president of the United States promote that? Why would he put that up on Twitter? And if you don't believe me, here's the video. And I added additional context because that's where the Cowboys for Trump argue that there's a miscommunication about what their intentions are. You watch it and judge for yourselves.
Come to a place where I've come to the conclusion that the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. I don't say that in the physical sense, and I can already see the videos getting edited where it says I want to go murder Democrats. No, I say that in the political sense because the Democrat agenda and policy is anti-American right now. It's where our country's not coming to a place if you love or hate Donald Trump. Our country is coming to a place if you love or hate America.
So Trump tweeted that, okay, and thanked him for his support. And I just want to say that listen to the crowd cheering before he says, "I don't mean that in a physical sense." And of course, he continues on to fearmonger about what Democrats represent. They hate America, right? I can't imagine ever saying to any group of people that the only good Republican is a dead one. That is disgusting. That is, I mean, it's inherently anti-American, isn't it? I mean, we're supposed to live in a country where we support freedom of thought, freedom of ideas, freedom of speech. But if you have the audacity to disagree with Donald Trump and these right-wingers who are promoting violence on a regular basis during their anti-stay-at-home protests, well, then the only thing you're good for, the only time you're good is when you're dead. What kind of messaging is that? I mean, Donald Trump thrives off chaos. He thrives off of dividing us. And I'd love to know what Trump's administration has done to actually better the life for the individuals who are cheering for dead Democrats. Because I guarantee you, with the record redistribution of wealth that we've seen to the very top, he has not made the situation better for the vast majority of blue-collar Americans throughout this country who thought that Trump would actually look out for them. All he's done is cut deals for his friends and provide massive tax cuts for the wealthy. And that's honestly to our detriment. All of these public programs, these social safety net programs are getting cut. Donald Trump does not care at all about any of the people who were cheering in that video. He doesn't care about the Cowboys for Trump. He uses people as political tools. And it's amazing to me that this game, this effort to divide the country further has worked. It continues to work. And I don't know if the situation is ever going to get any better, to be honest with you.
All right. First of all, I was surprised to find out Cowboys for Trump is not an LGBTQ group. Okay, it turns out that they're earnest with that title. Okay, so secondly, Anna, you're absolutely right. Before he said not in the physical sense, all he said was only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. The entire crowd cheered. No reservations at that point. He had not done anything to mitigate it. And the crowd's like, yes, dead Democrats, yes. Okay, that's why I'm telling you, the media are cowards. The real problem is the Republican voters. They still love Trump. And when they hear about dead Democrats, they go out of their minds. I don't know if it was a standing ovation. We couldn't see the crowd, but you heard it. They were thrilled with that kind of talk. Thrilled. So the Republican voters love that kind of violence. And then they'll turn around and go, oh, can you believe black people are rioting because a cop happened to murder an innocent black man. Let's kill the Democrats, yeah! Right? Come on, get out of here. The right wing is massively violent. They love violence. They live and breathe it. So, and then, look, you want to use rhetoric that is aggressive, talking about attacking politically, even punching in the face politically, as long as you make it clear that it's political, et cetera, and not physical. I'm going to give you a wide leeway. I do that from time to time. It does not extend to dead people, dead Democrats. No, that's not an analogy that makes sense. We're going to, like, if he said it in a common vernacular, oh, we're going to kill him in the elections. No, nobody's nitpicking over that. He doesn't mean physically kill them. In this case, he definitely meant dead Democrats. And then after the crowd goes nuts, he's like, I mean, like, they're not physically dead. I mean, come on. It's the most obvious thing in the world. Okay, fine. He does it. He's some random cowboy for Trump. Okay. The president retweets it. Look, what I can't stand is both the right wing and the media being disingenuous. So I got no love for corporate Democrats. Anybody who watches the Young Turks knows that through and through. I got no love for Joe Biden, et cetera. But Biden goes in and says, you ain't black if you're going to vote for Trump. It's this stupid gaffe, et cetera. Oh, my God, big news cycle. Oh, can you believe Biden said? Can you believe Biden said it? Trump retweets the only good Democrat is a dead Democrat. It's a tiny story today. It's a tiny, 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 tiny story. Okay? If Biden had retweeted, let's say me, saying the only good Republican is a dead Republican, and then
oh, good night, Irene.
Yeah, and then I say, oh no, I meant in a political way, not in a physical way. One, I would be deplatformed from everywhere. Okay. Two, it would be the biggest outrage, and every Republican would be like, can you believe Biden said that? Can you believe Biden said? Now Trump says, like, oh yeah, sure, that's just a metaphor, no big deal. And then the media goes along with it. No. So if Trump's allowed to get away with that, then I don't give a goddamn what Biden says. I don't care at all what he says, because it's never 1% of what Trump says. So let's be fair, let's be honest, and let's be genuine. But the media will play the stupid games that Republicans play and let them call it 50-50. I'm so sick of it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.